I remember going to roadless rule public hearings in New Mexico at the time.
Okay.
Um, and then the Bush
Can
administration.
you can you explain what we're talking about?
So this is
What the roadless rule means.
This is a rule. It's actually a very flexible tool, but it says these roadless lands are really critical to things like wild trout and salmon populations. They're where most of our endangered species is. Like they're a small portion of the overall national forest um, footprint, but they're incredibly powerful in terms of unique species and species of concern from, I mean, when I think about roadless, I mostly think about elk, but I also think about things like Rio Grande cutthroat trout habitat, Gila trout habitat in New Mexico. And so they protected those things and said, you can still go in there and do a fuels treatment, or you can go in there and make habitat modifications. But afterwards, you're not going to leave your footprints there. You're not going to leave an open road that then becomes a source of degradation for those roadless areas. They're, moving forward to repeal this. And, one of the ironies is they are not holding public meetings all over the country like when it was created, which kind of sends the tell that, we've already figured out what we want to do, and we're just going to do that. And you can send your little note in and tell us we're wrong, but we're plowing forward.
We were talking about this recently with the rolling back land protections within 100 miles of the borders.
Oh, yeah.
Where you take whatever fashionable issue there is.
It was housing last week, and this week it's the border.
Yeah. So when it was the most recent sell-off, they started out, they're like, what would catch hold? Affordable housing. And you take this thing you've always wanted to do and put you take the same bottle of wine and you put a label on it, that the label is affordable housing.
Affordable housing Cabernet.
Yeah. And so
25.
Yeah. And so that issue of taking these like expedient things. Oh, anyways, border security.
Yeah.
That's a hot one right now. People want secure borders. Let's call rolling back all these wilderness protections somehow will act like this has to do with border security. And it just goes on and on. It makes you very cynical to look at it.
Yeah. This is why the public doesn't like politics.
Yeah.
Because they just see it as cynical and dishonest.